Nolan Traoré's journey to the Brooklyn Nets is a story brimming with promise, yet also peppered with questions that make his NBA future both exciting and uncertain. Here's the deal. Traoré was hailed as one of the brightest prospects as early as May 2024 during the EuroLeague Adidas Next Generation Tournament, ANGT, where he dazzled competition and announced himself as a future star. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the hype, his draft stock dropped, and some analysts thought the Nets taking him at 19th overall was a stretch. So, what should Nets fans realistically expect from this young talent? Let's break it down. Back in 2024, Egor Daymon, a key figure from Real Madrid's U18 team, perfectly encapsulated Traoré's impact, saying, "The game before the final, he dropped like 45 points against Barcelona. We were impressed, but also a bit nervous knowing who we had to face." And rightly so. Traoré led his team, INSEP, with a breathtaking stat line of 45 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists in a 101-96 semifinal win against Barcelona's under-18 squad. This performance set the stage for a showdown against Daymon's Real Madrid, who eventually won the tournament. This wasn't just a flash in the pan. It was a declaration of Traoré's arrival on the global stage, and it also explains why teams like the Nets surely had scouts watching closely. Throughout the 2023-24 season, Traoré was the engine behind INSEP's offense, showcasing control and poise even under pressure. Against Barcelona's defense in the semifinals, he repeatedly attacked the rim with calm assurance, often breaking down their zone coverages and landing 4 three-pointers, including a deadly pull-up from deep. However, in the championship game, his output dipped a bit. 18 points on 6 of 14 shooting, with 5 assists, but also 5 turnovers. Still, his reputation remained intact. Spring 2024 saw Traoré taking a major step up, signing with Saint-Quentin in France's Élite LNB League for the tail end of their season. There, he shattered records for players under 18 by hitting 25 points in consecutive games, signaling a readiness to compete at higher levels. By the time he turned 18, his domination at the ANGT, especially that electrifying 45-point semifinal game, made it clear he was playing above his age group. This talent had already captured the attention of seasoned scouts, reassuring the Nets' decision to draft him. Fast forward to the 2024-25 season, Traoré remained with Saint-Quentin, which finished 10th in the LNB Elite. He averaged a respectable 11.6 points, 5.1 assists, and belied his age with steady contributions. But his shooting splits of 39% from the field and 30% from deep, along with 2.5 turnovers per game, suggested growing pains. This wasn't the age 18 leap some expected from one of France's most promising guards since Tony Parker. And this is the part most people miss. Raw talent is just one piece of the puzzle. Adjusting to professional defenses and the speed of the game takes time. Entering Brooklyn, Traoré stands as the most defined prospect among the Nets' group of first-round picks. His strengths, weaknesses, and playing style clearly outlined. At 6'3" barefoot with a 6'8" wingspan, he carries the physical tools to defend well. But uncertainties linger about his effectiveness off the ball, so-so three-point shot, and defensive consistency. The Nets organization believes these doubts are surmountable. They expect him to improve his shooting, translate his point guard instincts to varied roles, and become a reliable defender. Otherwise, they wouldn't have invested a first-round pick on him. But what about those standout skills that initially turned heads? Examining some early career turnover highlights from a 2024-25 matchup against Le Mans reveals some of the struggles. In one sequence, Traoré attempts a tricky pocket pass but gets outmaneuvered. In another, he tries to beat a switched big man with a dribble move, only to find himself stuck because of footwork savvy from the defender. These plays underline the learning curve he faces when going up against experienced pro defenders. In his ANGT games against younger, less seasoned opposition, Traoré seemed unstoppable, using simple yet effective right-hand drives and explosive first steps. The big men he faced were often out of position, which he exploited effortlessly. However, his rookie professional season was a different story. Defenses in the LNB Elite scrutinized his change of pace moves and passing precision much more intensely. A floating skip pass, for example, that misses its mark can quickly turn a potential easy three-pointer into a rushed, inefficient shot. Size-wise, Traoré is somewhat in a middle ground. He's not tiny, but not bulky enough to comfortably bulldoze through contact near the basket. His tight space ball handling isn't yet elite among guard prospects either. His best plays are usually those explosive moments where he attacks from the point of attack, using long strides and mid-air body control to finish strong. Less so does he probe defenses with subtle pokes or crafty footwork. His style is more about power through the gaps than finesse. Will he find the arsenal to handle more sophisticated drop coverages or defenders who front the rim? That remains to be seen. Interestingly, despite showing blazing speed, Traoré recorded no half-court dunks last season, per Synergy Sports data. This suggests a limit to his explosiveness. He's incredibly quick horizontally, but doesn't yet have the vertical explosiveness to elevate over defenders regularly. That's okay, though. Many successful guards use quickness and crafty finishing over pure athleticism. A clip from the ANGT semifinal highlights how he still managed to create good looks, even if a pass missed its ideal target. Unfortunately, that kind of play often turned into turnovers in the pro league early on, highlighting the refinements still needed. The crucial test for Traoré lies not just in deep shooting, but in navigating traffic with his handle. Look at elite guards like Jay Morant. Teams often go under on screens to challenge his shot. Yet his ability to dominate by slicing through defenses from inside out makes him deadly. Traoré's development in that realm will likely define his NBA trajectory. Now, the Nets do have an unusual situation, having drafted 3 high-usage point guards in the same draft: Traoré, Ben Sarath, and Igor Demine. Publicly, the front office insists these players can coexist, showcase versatility, and thrive in various roles. But here's a provocative thought. Traoré, who has spent his entire life as a primary ball handler, may find it hard to adjust to a role with less ball dominance. Are the Nets possibly setting themselves up for a positional logjam?